us ready to go. We got the Ace of Pentacles, Four of Cups, the Hermit, and Strength. If I end up doing an oracle card at the end, I try to use as descriptive audio as possible. I also want to, for people who have been reading along, I apologize that the last few readings haven't had captions. If anybody knows how to fix that problem with Clipchamp, that's what I'm using to work with my audio recordings. I would love any advice you have if you drop them in the comments. I really appreciate it. I may be a millennial, but I'm an elder millennial, so I'm not very tech savvy. But I do like to provide them because it gives you something to look at. And again, eventually I will have videos again once my equipment upgrades. But enough about all that. You want to hear this message. Today the moon is in Sagittarius. Remember that astrology, we're talking about energies. As far as gender, we're talking about energies. I'm just reading the cards. I am not assigning any gender stereotypes. We all have these energies within us. So then we got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Seven of Pentacles and Princess of Wands. Okay, so we have 8 cards here to start. I'm just doing an intuitive read. If you do like the music I play in the readings, feel free to leave me a comment with your favorite playlist so far. My Spotify profile is also in the description box along with my IG. I appreciate when you like, comment, subscribe. I do pick up on your energy more when you do that. It's an energetic transference, which means your energy comes in stronger. And I'm building a community here, so I really appreciate all of your engagement. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Spirit wants me to pull a third row here. So we now have 12 cards. Queen of Wands in reverse, the Hierophant, Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Prince of Pentacles. Well, this is a lot of information, so get yourself some kind of comforting snack or beverage while I am taking a look at this. You have a big opportunity coming to you, most likely material from spirit. Could be a new big change of something in your material world. That is if you can get out of your own way and see your blessings that are coming to you with the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is usually a card of feeling rejected, bored, like you're just not really paying attention. And then with the Hermit card, we have going inward, removing yourself from other people to make yourself strong, most likely with the Strength card. That can also be a type of initiation that you've gone through. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Court cards can represent people, but it can also represent different aspects of yourself. So, you know, the kings, the queens, the pages, the knights, they're all court cards, right? Also, the emperor and empress can also represent higher forms of divine people. So I'm just going to see how this feels. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this might be an aspect of you. It's underneath the Ace of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is kind of like the Empress. It's very earthy, grounded, stable, secure person who has comfort, has security, It's also associated with the Nine of Pentacles card. So a very stable, independent person, possibly a business owner, somebody who's created a good foundation, or they're just naturally wealthy or generous. Feminine, receptive energies. In reverse, that's telling me that there hasn't been this stable feminine energy in your life. And looking at the Four of Cups here, and then the Two of Cups in reverse below, it's possible that you haven't either been in union with yourself, haven't been in union with spirit, or recently ended a soulmate relationship, or you haven't received it. And it's possible it's because you haven't been able to focus on what is important to you. With the Seven of Pentacles underneath the Hermit, I mean, Seven of Pentacles talks about investments, right? And it seems like you have invested in yourself and stopped focusing on all the things that didn't work. This particular card has a person looking down. There's very like shadowy, dark, stormy colors, kind of a barren landscape. And the pentacles, some of them are like half in the earth, some of them are sideways, some of them are chipped. It just shows like this wear and tear, like things that have really got pounded into the ground, it seems, and ruined in a way. So some investments that maybe didn't really pay off. This could be something that you figured out when you were in hermit mode, when you were in solitude, or you're figuring that out now. And it could be about this past relationship. Again, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse could represent yourself, or it could represent trying to offer some kind of stability to the wrong person. So underneath the Queen of Pentacles is the Queen of Wands in reverse, and that both of these energies have come up occasionally in the readings over the last few months. So it's possible if this kind of character resonates with you, you might want to check out some of the other readings I've shared from, I'd say, March and April and some of May 2025. I work with multiple timelines, so sometimes I pick up on past energies, sometimes present, sometimes future. It's up to you to use your discernment. Don't force it if it doesn't fit. Okay? So Queen of Wands in reverse can be a very angry person. It can also represent possibly somebody trying to block your blessings here, with underneath the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles. I do feel that it's possible, and this isn't going to resonate with everybody, and keep in mind it may not be this thing, it might be a more mundane version of it, but I am pagan, so I work with pagan concepts. So yeah, it's possible somebody tried to work magic against you to not make you feel very stable. This affected either what you were able to offer or what is being offered to you. It like distracted you from what is truly important. And it seems like what is truly important to you that you've been stuck on was the end of this union. It feels like it was an end. It feels like it passed with the Two of Cups in reverse under the Four of Cups. Because underneath the Two of Cups in reverse is the Hierophant. And I usually read the Hierophant as a spiritual guide. There's like a natural hierarchy. It can symbolize higher spiritual principles, not quite like Sagittarian or Jupiterian energies, because it's a card of Taurus, but it can represent some kind of higher spiritual guidance. It can also represent your guides themselves. So it's possible you have been guided during this situation spiritually or in your actual community. If you're not pagan, you're welcome, so please don't pop off, because I welcome everybody. I am a non-denominational channel. I mean that as in my channel on YouTube and as an actual channel for spirit and source. So it's possible some kind of higher authority figure in your life, most likely somebody of faith or a spirit guide has witnessed this loss. And it seems like you have already walked away from things that you are no longer investing in. Because the Seven of Swords in reverse, underneath the Seven of Pentacles, that represents, of course, walking away. It can be the card of ghosting. Or it's possible something you invested in ghosted you. Seven, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. I will call out synchronicities as I see them, okay? And then the Strength card next to the Hermit with the Princess of Wands underneath, and then the Prince of Pentacles underneath that. So whatever this experience has been, it's given you a lot of strength. It also represents really having to toughen up and go after what it is, take action on what you believe in. And it's some things that you're just starting to believe in. It feels like a spiritual journey. We've been getting the Princess of Wands quite a bit in our readings. That's also the Page of Wands. So you've had to have a lot of strength to pursue this new fiery beginning. And that's not quite, a lot of people in the community have been getting the Ace of Wands recently, which is that hot new beginning, which could be spirituality, it could be a romantic pursuit, it could be a passion project, or just feeling great passion in your new beginning, right? So the Princess of Wands kind of carries us forward with that learning attitude. But it can also represent a very impulsive, fiery, kind of emotionally immature person in a sense. But it seems like you may have had that along your journey. And I mean, when you're starting something new, it's a learning curve, right? You're going to run into some issues here and there, and they're going to frustrate you. But it seems like you're learning how to be patient with yourself with the Prince of Pentacles or Knight of Pentacles underneath that. Or you've had a patient figure in your life that is either slightly older than you or maybe a little bit more mature and grounded. Or it could represent another aspect of yourself. If it is I'm getting a friend vibe from this. If this is a steadfast friend, they're kind of watching and waiting to see what you do. This person has their arms crossed and this intense gaze. There's like this golden flag in the background and what looks like an elk on a cliffside behind. I get hunter vibes from it, like somebody who's done a hunt. And that could be literal, or it could be a synchronicity. You could be a hunter. I don't know. Or that could represent you. Now I'm getting another energy, so this could be for somebody else, that you are the Prince of Pentacles and you're watching somebody who is the Princess of Wands and how they're handling this new quest. Maybe you're guiding others. It's very possible. But Pentacles is more about the material. So it's like maybe you're kind of showing this person, and again, this is for another group here, maybe you're showing someone how to be stable and take their time. For some of you, if it represents somebody else, yourself, it's probably somebody in their 30s. That's the energy I'm getting. Not quite midlife, still kind of growing and learning and becoming stable yourself, because you're the Knight of Pentacles, not the Queen, King, or the Empress. The Empress is earth and air qualities, but she ranks above any king and sits next to the Emperor, right? They rule together. They're the highest cards except for the High Priestess. And the High Priestess guides all. So does the Hermit up here. You learn a lot by going inward. I want to pull some Cosmic Energy Oracle. Hopefully the shuffling isn't too loud. If it is, just turn down your volume or take off headphones. If there's any insights you gain from this reading and you'd like to contribute, go ahead. If you're not in the mood to write anything, if you'd like to just drop a heart in the comments to let me know you appreciated it, I appreciate you. Discovery. Discover the treasures within. Follow your passion. And that's what you're doing as the Princess of Wands. So for that part of the collective, meditation connects you to your inner self. Yep, and that's what the Hermit does. It also connects you to your strength next to the Strength card here. It also helps you clear your mind if you're feeling bored or you're feeling rejected and you're just like kind of feeling stuck with the Four of Cups. You're discovering safety within yourself, and you can do that through meditation. We just pulled the Safety card, and safety is the foundation of life. Cherish the calm moments. And meditation does help you calm your nervous system. I have a couple guided meditations, or maybe a few now, that are actually channeled. So if you'd like to check that out, check out my guided meditations playlist on my channel. We just pulled the Determination card. Face challenges with the determination. You can achieve anything. The Strength card, that is a very determined individual, let me tell you. I do think you're discovering safety within yourself. Whoever you are, whether you are this Princess of Wands energy or the, Princess of Wands energy or the Prince of Pentacles, trust your intuition. The universe guides you. Yes, and that coincides well with the Hierophant. If that is a representation of a higher spiritual power or a guide or somebody in your church if you're Christian, or your mosque, your temple, your whatever building you practice in, or nature can be a teacher as well. Freedom comes from inner liberation. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And fiery cards, they're all about the quest. They're all about the spiritual journey and having that passion and drive to move forward with things. Gratitude. Be grateful for every moment. Keep a heart of gratitude. And I do speak on this a lot in my work. I apologize for the plane if you can hear it on the recording. Sometimes they go overhead out here. I'm in the Sierra Nevadas, so like I don't really have traffic, but I got a lot of wildlife and just something you have to deal with. Alright, so gratitude, yeah, be grateful for every moment, keep a heart of gratitude. And gratitude breeds gratitude, so definitely take a look at what you're focusing on, because especially if somebody's messed with your sense of security, however that may be, it could be emotional, it could be material, it could be in your surroundings, your environment. Values that you have with the Queen of Pentacles. Just know that whoever, and again, if this is somebody worked some magic on you, or it could be something as common as envy and jealousy and people projecting onto you either verbally, like especially with the Queen of Wands in reverse under the Queen of Pentacles, it's possible somebody, and this is a trigger warning for somebody was very intense about your stability. Maybe they made you feel like you couldn't be stable, possibly by yelling at you a lot. or being, for some of you, violent, again with the trigger warning. I hope not, but it's possible also as somebody like put a lot of their anger onto you, and it is a more feminine energy card. Again, we can carry these energies with every one of us, so it could just be somebody who has more of that feminine fiery nature. It's also possible here with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse above the Queen of Wands. This could be two people in your life. And I don't know who, if that's the case for some of you, I don't know who these two people are, but neither one of them is healed. I'm just going to use the word toxic to represent unhealed people, because that's what a lot of people resonate with, that title. We can all heal, it's all a choice. So that would represent really insecure, immature, angry, and materialistic people. And it's kind of blocked your blessings here. It's made you not be able to focus. It seems like you've been focused more on some kind of loss of some kind of union, even though your guides are here trying to help you. Like, some of you haven't walked away from this energy. Some of you are very stuck, still like grieving over whatever didn't work out, whether that was a financial investment, a job, whatever. Just remember that after the Seven of Pentacles comes the Eight of Pentacles, and that is the card of working on something diligently, of mastering a craft, of producing something great. And it's only 3 cards, the Seven of Pentacles, away from your mastery of your security. So like, you're way further along than you think you are. And whatever this new passionate quest you're on, this journey, this new beginning, could also represent like traveling. You're learning some sort of security from it. I'm going to pull now from the Herbcrafters Tarot. And with this deck, it is